Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 225 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. I'm your host, the Guru of Sports, and I'm joined here today with a special guest. And he's sitting right next to me, and you all know him and love him. His name is Kaden. Kaden Guru, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, that's cool. All right, well, welcome back to the show. I'm very happy to see you, and like I said, I want to tell you that I had a really good time at the ball game that you invited me to on Father's Day. So I want to tell you that it's one of the best Father's Day gifts I had, and I really appreciate that. You and Dante Guru are always taking care of me, and I really appreciate that. But my thing is that I always want to take care of you guys and make sure that you guys are okay. So
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, well, yeah. Do you have anything add to it or collaborate on?
No, it was just a really good game. It was good environment. The usual stuff at Camden Yards, but
Yeah. Well, that game was a good game, even though that the Orioles won and the Philly crowd got really excited and like hyped up and everything. But that was a great crowd, and I think I mentioned this last week when you wasn't here that I just really enjoyed being down there. And the good thing about it is that I got a chance to see my dad. You got a chance to see your grandfather.
right.
And then we got a chance to see our your uncles and aunt, your uncle and aunt, and then I got a chance to see my brother and sister. So that's pretty cool. All right, so there's really, during the summer months, I'm not gonna say there's nothing going on in the world of sports. Yes, it is. The NHL just wrapped up, and the Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers gave us a great Stanley Cup final. Because the NBA just didn't do anything for me. Even though that we thought that Boston won. I'm a Laker fan, so I want to ask you a question, Katie. What is these people doing to me? I mean, if it ain't the Lakers, it's the freaking Nets. The Nets get rid of Mikal Bridges. Now he done gone over to New York. I'm sorry, not the New York Knicks, the Villanova Knicks. And now I can't win for losers. See, like all my team, the only good thing that came out of this week was that the Orioles did get out of their slump. And they actually got back into first place. I'm really upset that, my Blue Jays are, not really doing that good. But still, the Orioles got back into first place, so I'm kind of excited about that. And like I said, I'm not sure about the Blue Jays. They might end up selling. So, like I said, I just hope that, we could just get back some good prospects for the players that we give up. That they are talking about Vladimir Guerrero going to the Yankees, but I don't think that he might. I don't know if he would or not. He said that it might be a good idea, but like I said, we don't know yet. Just like let me get back to basketball. In basketball free agency, we don't know what's going on with none of these guys. Paul George might sign where?
He might sign with the Warriors. That's rumored. He might sign with the Sixers.
Yeah, that's what I heard. The Sixers and all. But like I said, we don't know what's going on with some of these guys. The trade of there was a trade of Reggie Jackson. He went to I forget where'd he go?
Charlotte.
Yeah, he went to Charlotte. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Really, I hate to say this, but nobody really cares about Charlotte because That's like, place where you just go to end your career, right?
Yeah, or just a place to go where you're not going to win anything. You're just going to be in a boring city and just like play basketball all day. So,
Well, I'm kind of thinking that with the Lakers now. What is it that, like I said, I like the Lakers, I like the Nets. And the Nets get rid of Mikal Bridges, and that, they're just basically going to suck for the next couple of years. And they talking about giving up draft picks up until 2035 or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
They need those draft picks to rebuild their team that's already like, I don't even know who they have.
I don't either. I mean, it's like just going out there and just throwing people. We get 5 people off the street to play this game. It's ridiculous. All right, let's talk about. So hold it. What is this? We're looking at a little bit of Sports Center too, and it says like LeBron's going to opt out, and they're working on a new deal for him with the Lakers. Is that true?
Yeah. So they want to work on a deal that's basically gonna. He came out and said he was gonna take a pay cut to build an overall team, maybe get some new pieces. I feel like he's at this stage of the career where he's just like he doesn't need the money. He just wants to win with how many years he has left. He already got the dream to play with his son, so I feel like that's just like another goal is another championship to end the Lakers, and the Lakers organization is gonna try to do that by building talent around him. So I feel like that's the main reason of the contract restructuring. So
that's
the whole
pretty
new
good
contract.
I just hope that this is going to be. Well, I hate to say this, but Jeannie Buss she just lost control of this team, and Rob Pelinka is not really the GM. LeBron is the GM. He is the GM. And then, like I said, picking up Connect in the first round was one of the best things I thought. And I said, wow, this is going to be really cool. We got Dalton Connect. We're going to have this guy. We're going to be all right. And next thing you know, turn around, the big news on Friday. What was it, Thursday? Big news on Thursday, wasn't it?
No, I don't know.
I mean, I can't remember.
Really, yeah.
But, it was Thursday. It was Wednesday and Thursday had the draft. Now, how is it that you got 2 rounds, only 2 rounds, and you're going to put them on 2 different days? I mean, hell, they could have finished that thing about like midnight or something, And why would you put it on in the afternoon at that? I think I was driving. I basically live in my truck all the time, but I was actually going to the rest stop when I heard that they picked up Bronny James. And I'm like, oh, gosh, here we go. But anyway, what do you think about Bronny James coming to this organization?
I feel like he is not ready to play at a professional level. I feel that way because he averaged 4 points in college, and he's just not. I don't feel like he's on the level of a professional yet. I feel like he still needs to go back to college and play there maybe another year. I know he had the whole cardiac arrest situation, and he came back from that obviously, and that's great. But I feel like he needs to develop more. I felt like this was kind of rushed by LeBron, just throwing him in to the draft, and because he wants to play with his son, I understand, but I just feel like as a professional, I feel like he needs more time to get to the professional level and also develop, and LeBron's going to help him do that, but just develop more on his game. I feel like that'd be the right thing for him.
Yeah, I agree with it wholeheartedly. But the thing is that I wouldn't want. I don't know. It's hard to say because I wouldn't try to force anything on you or Dante. I wouldn't do that. The thing about it is that I told you guys what I want you guys to do is be your own individual person. And, don't be like me. You don't have to be like me. Like I said, hey, I live in a truck basically. And I like doing my job. And I love being, working and stuff. But like I said, I work really hard. And, I just want to make sure that I take care of you guys. But the thing about it is that I wouldn't want you to really work with me. Because the thing is that, hey, I want you to be your own individual person. But like you said, this kind of was rushed. And, from what I've seen, the guy is just basically, I'm not trying to badmouth him or anything, but it seems as though that, the kid was rushed up into to the draft. And then, like I said, they had a big party for him and they were like, oh, you got, what is it about this? It's just ridiculous to tell you the truth. What's this guy going to average? A triple single? We had like 4 points in college. He averaged 4 points, and he wasn't the best player on his team.
No, he wasn't.
And I look at it this way: the Lakers are just unreal now. They're just a total joke and unreal. I cannot believe, I've actually been a Laker fan for a long time. I was, basically almost like 50 some odd years. And, I've actually started watching them, like noticing them right around 72, 73, So, I've been around for a little bit. I've seen a little bit of things with them. I remember when, vaguely when they won 33 games in a row. That's still the NBA record. But the thing about it is that looking from those Laker teams, I had to go through some really rough times. The Smush Parker era. We had some, guys like, we had some pretty good guys, but, all those guys were basically went through college and they had decent numbers and they were decent players. Like I said, I can't understand why. Like you said, LeBron want to play with his kid. But the thing about it is that his kid is not ready for the NBA. Because, another example, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is doing okay. She's not averaging about 26 to 28 points like she did in college. She is stepping into a brand new world where, the learning curve is a little bit more difficult,
Yeah.
So, long story short, I just hope that the Lakers really know what they're doing. Because believe me, I don't know if this is rock bottom or not, but this is like the lowest point I've seen the Lakers in a long time. And now Boston has just passed us. I hate to say it, but you know what? Boston is ran a little bit better than the Lakers now.
I just feel like the gap from college ball to professional ball is it's such a far gap that just like the change of scenery is it's just not. I don't know. I just don't feel like I feel like this was rushed. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's just like with me. Okay, I try to play baseball. I try to have a baseball career. But you know what? The thing is that when I played baseball, but like I said, when I saw the different pitches that I couldn't understand and figure out, and I see there's a lot more players better than me, I had to make a decision. I said, well, you know what? I can't do it. I honestly would like to do it. I would love to be a Major League Baseball player, but the thing about it is that, hey, look, I ain't got it. And, what happens if I get out there and embarrass myself or whatever? I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just say, hey, you know what? Move me to, let me step aside and have someone else take care of the job, So I just don't understand it. But like I said, I just want, I want the Lakers to improve. And like I said, from all this stuff that's been going on with the Lakers, it's just been a joke. It's been a total joke and a total waste of time. Laker fans deserve more than, or I mean, not deserve, should have better, better options in this. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I'm on the same page with you, but they're an organization just like all the other 29 organizations in the NBA, so they can do whatever they want, however they want, choose to build their team. So if this is how they do it, then this is how they do it. So yeah. It's not an exclusion because they're your favorite team or they're the one of the best historical teams. It's just like if they want to do this and they want to meet their demands for the best player, then this is how it should be, I guess. So.
Well, but still, everybody says it's a players' league, but the thing about it is that the players can't run the organizations, And I say, hey, you know what? It's, everybody in there, in the Lakers front office is probably just bowing down to LeBron. And, kissing his backside every time that he wants something, he gets it. But no, he could have had Kyrie Irving, but he didn't get that. So he had to go out and do something else. I just don't get it because, like I said, I don't know. I like I said, I root for two basketball teams, one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. I've been a Nets fan for a long time too, because, like I said, I still consider the Nets an ABA team because the thing about it is that they play like they're in the ABA. They still do. And they make dumb decisions for, just like an ABA team would do. So, like I said, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on. And, I just can't, I just throw my hands up at it. Because, like I said, I just don't understand. It's just really heartbreaking and painful, and really to the point where I'm like, I want to scream because this team is better than this. This organization should be better than this. But you know what? I don't know. Jeannie has to get her priorities straight and say, hey, look, let me make the decisions. Not Linda Rambis, or anybody else, or one of her girlfriends or whatever. Let Jeannie make the decisions for the Lakers. What do you think?
I feel like that's true. I feel like she should make decisions and she should steer the team in the right direction.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. And Pelinka, I'm not sure what his job is. If you got LeBron as a GM, he's just a yes man. Sitting up there just, kissing LeBron's butt, like I said. And now he got his kid on the team too. I mean, like I said, I love you guys, but I wouldn't want you guys to work with me. I would rather just, do my job on my own. But like I said, I don't know. I just can't understand this. But like I said, it's just so mind-numbing to me, all the things I had to endure in the last month or so with this Los Angeles Lakers team. But I want to say this, before I go on, and I'm going to let you talk for a second. I really thought that the NHL did a great job. hey, they put on a great, we almost had a epic comeback and an epic collapse at the same time. I got to congratulate the Florida Panthers for winning their first ever Stanley Cup in the 30 years that they've been in existence. And like I said, I feel bad for Edmonton because they haven't had a cup in 38 years, and it's been 31 years now since the curse of the Montreal Canadiens. And the Canadiens really, I really thought back in 1993 that the Los Angeles Kings that had Gretzky and all those good guys on there was going to win the cup. And I was like really fired up. But you know what? It's all good because guess what? 2012 and 2014, the Kings won both cups. Won 2 cups. So, but see, that's the thing. Canada hasn't won a cup in 31 years now. So, what do you think? Did you like the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Yeah, I thought they were definitely interesting. I thought it gave new excitement for the sport again. I felt like highlighting good players in that matchup and making the thriller of the comeback. But they came up just short. I feel like that was really good for the NHL, and it was a good season for them as well.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed that. That was a really cool thing because, basketball just didn't hit it for the last, it was boring. It was just truly boring. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Now, we were sitting here talking a little bit earlier about your all-time baseball team, right?
Right.
All right. Let's go, let's give the audience out here our baseball teams. All right. You go first. All right. We're going to start at first base.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay. Here's our all-time Guru's all-time team and Kaden's all-time team. Okay. You have the floor first. Who's your first baseman?
First baseman, Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols is a good choice. All right. I would go with, he's a really good hitter, but I'm not sure how he was as a fielder. I didn't really see him play. To tell you the truth, I really didn't see him play that much because I don't remember watching him play. I'm going to go with Harmon Killebrew. Harmon Killebrew is a, good, home run hitter. He's the 500 home run club. And, I'll go with him. Okay, who do you got on second base? You don't know? Who you got?
I don't remember who I said.
You don't remember who you said? Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a player. And I'll take a player. All right, I'm going to give you Ryan Sandberg.
All right.
Okay, your all-time second baseman will be Ryan Sandberg. Okay, my all-time second baseman will be Roberto Alomar from, Baltimore, Toronto, San Diego, whatever, All right, shortstop. Who you got at shortstop?
Shortstop, I got Jeter.
You got Jeter?
Or Cal Ripken. I got Cal Ripken.
You want to take Cal Ripken?
Yeah, I'm going to take
Okay.
Cal Ripken.
All right, I'm going to go with, now I know I didn't see this guy play because I'm not that old. I'm going to go with Honus Wagner because they say he was probably one of the greatest hitting shortstops of all time. Probably a good fielder, too. Like I said, he played in the turn of the century, early part of the 1900s, so I don't remember that. So
when they were the Reconstruction era.
Well, not actually. That was
the 50s, right? Or no?
No, that was Reconstruction was like back in the 1800s.
They say this dude's old.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, all right. I'll tell you what. So we'll go. That was like the dead ball era. All right. Yeah. So we'll go with that. So okay. So I'm going with Honus Wagner. You're going with Cal Ripken.
Right.
Okay. Third baseman. Who's your third baseman?
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt. I knew it. I knew it because you're a Philly fan. You You gotta go with Mike Schmidt, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Since I'm an Oriole fan, I'm gonna go with my favorite of all time, my favorite player of all time. I got a chance to meet him, and like I said, I really loved talking to this guy because he was a friend. He was great to everybody. And Brooks Robinson will be my third baseman. Okay. Yeah, outfield. Your three outfielders. Let's start with left field. Who do you have in left field?
Left field, Willie Mays.
He was more or less a center fielder.
Center fielder.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that for center field. Okay. You can have Willie Mays for center field. All right. Who do you got in left field?
Is Pete Rose a right fielder?
Pete Rose played basically everything.
I'll put Pete Rose back there.
Pete Rose in left field. Okay. Now who do you got in right field?
I wanted to go Griffey in center field.
All right. You go Griffey in center field.
I'll do that. But I don't know who I'm gonna replace with Willie Mays though.
Oh, you can replace Willie Mays. He's all-time great.
I'll just do that. I'll just switch them up.
Okay. So
you basically play outfield like
all right. Well, yeah, we'll say okay. He could be one of your outfielders. It doesn't matter. But okay, what I'm gonna go with, I gotta pick my center fielder and my right fielder, right?
Right.
Okay, my center fielder, true center fielder, I'm gonna go with Mickey Mantle. Probably, one of the greatest. I got a lot of guys on my team has hit 500 home runs or so. Left field, I'm gonna go with Hank Aaron, and in right field, I'm gonna go with another one of my favorite guys, and I did get a chance to see him. Really at the end of his career, I'm gonna go with Roberto Clemente as my right fielder, all-time right fielder. Okay, who do you got as catcher?
Catcher.
You got some really good ones like Roy Campanella. You got Yogi Berra.
I was gonna say Yogi Berra.
Berra.
I think I might go with him. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go with Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
Yogi Berra, not Yogi Bear, right?
Yogi Berra.
Okay. I thought you said Yogi Bear, the cartoon. No, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go with my favorite. One of my favorites. Like I said, okay, I've never seen this guy play. I'm gonna go with Josh Gibson, only because they say he's had over 800 home runs. I'm just going to say that because, like I said, I got a lot of guys that have a lot of power. But also, if I had a backup, I would back him up with Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench was, one of the best defensive catchers I ever seen. And I remember, look at that. We were watching SportsCenter, and he scaled a wall in 1990 for, watching Bo Jackson. He got entered into the Kansas City Royals Hall of Fame. So they're showing the best of Bo Jackson right now. All right, so we got our catchers. If you have one starting pitcher, who you would go with?
I'd go with Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson. It's a pretty good one. Okay, if I had one starting pitcher, I probably would go with Sandy Koufax. Now, I don't remember seeing him play. I know he retired like in the 60s, and I was just less than 10 years old around there. All right, so
wait, you forgot designated hitter.
Okay, well, I was going to go closer and then designated hitter.
All right.
Okay, who you got as your all-time closer?
Aroldis Chapman.
Aroldis Chapman. Okay. Now I'm going to go with my all-time. I'm going to go with Mariano Rivera. Now, I even know that he's a Yankee, and I got a couple Yankees on this team. I'm going to go with him. Okay, DH. Who do you got as a DH?
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. Okay.
I got the best player in baseball right now.
Okay, you got the best player. I agree. Okay. Designated hitter. Who would I go with? I would probably have to go with Big Papi, David Ortiz.
Does that include? Are we including steroids or no steroids?
No, he just not on steroids. I mean, it's iffy, but the thing about it is that he got in. I mean, he's actually in the Hall of Fame, and I don't know if we can, I don't know.
We'll let that one slide.
All right, we'll let it slide. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so, there's our all-time baseball team. And like I said, this is not, we had a lot of players that we could, choose from. Also, if I had a couple of bench players, who would you have on your bench?
I'd probably say, guys that I didn't use or guys that I didn't pick.
Yeah.
Probably, Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth. A bunch
you got Babe Ruth in right field, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. You don't? Okay. All right, so you take Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth, okay?
I take, guys that I didn't pick, just round out the roster.
Okay. I would take, two guys would be Stan the Man Musial. I love Stan Musial. I would probably have Joe DiMaggio on my bench, Ted Williams on my bench, and I can't remember the other guy that I was thinking about having on my bench. Tony Gwynn. I would have Tony Gwynn on my bench. But, like I said, they can start. They can, basically go back and forth. All right, so, just joking around, we got our all-time baseball team. It's still baseball season, so I wanted to make sure that, we get that in there. So, all right, so you got anything else to add? Well, I'm going to wrap this up right now.
No, I'm all good.
You're all good? Okay. I appreciate you coming in and being with me today because, like I said, we hung out a couple weeks, and this is really good because, I know that you're in college and everything, and your college is going good, and I'm glad to have you around for the times that you come down and spend some time with me. Today was actually a surprise because he said, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna come down." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, "Hey, this is all right. I like that." So I was looking for you about probably next week because of the holiday is on Thursday, and you probably come down. But this is even better. I'm like, "Hey, anytime you come down here, I'm looking forward to seeing you." And now. And we still have this running joke. You still want to get fired from this podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get fired. You have a lifetime membership here. You'll always be here, like it or not. Nah. All right, but see, this is something good to put on your resume. You can say, "Yeah, you can be with the Guru." And I say, "Hey, I have a starting job with the Guru." A starting spot with the Guru. All right, guys, we got to get out of here, but we appreciate you listening. We'll be back next week with episode 226 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports, and like I said, I'm really, really glad to, be with my man, Kaden Guru, and we'll be back next week. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Also, we want to say condolences and RIP to who was it? Orlando Cepeda, and also to Donald Sutherland. Jerry West. I mean, how many people? There's a lot of people that passed away. You guys take care. Later.